Hello, I'm Sigsolo. Welcome to my channel and welcome to today's shave. Today's razor is a razor that was very kindly sent to me by Yaqi and Grace over in Shenzhen, China, as was the brush and the ball. The soap and the splash was sent to me by Fernando, and it's also a Yaqi soap. So everything you see in this shave, apart from the splash, was paid for by me. So that's fantastic. The razor for today is this one here. It's the Yaqi Precise. Here you have it. I have the titanium. It only comes as a head. I have their titanium handle that is an homage or inspired by is it the president? I think something like that. The Gillette president or thereabout. Anyway, it's 67 grams, and if when you look at it, it reminds you of something, I understand completely, because my favorite razor of 2024 was this one here, the Blood razor. Here you have it, and you see this is the Yaqi, this is the Blood. They are identical, I would say. The hue is a little darker on the top cap. I don't know if you see that on the Blood razor, but the rest looks identical. I even tried the Blood top cap on the Yaqi and the Yaqi top cap on the Blood, and they work. They are identical. So if ever there was a copy, this is it. And then again, this is 0.15 millimeter of a gap, and this is, 1.15 millimeter of a gap, and the Blood is 1.20. I don't know what's going on the Blood side. I wrote Pascal a couple of messages in the mail and stuff, asking him what's going on, because his site hasn't been, the Blood site hasn't been active for months. So I want to have an answer before this, to tell you if he's closing shop or taking hiatus or whatever. But I don't have an answer back. I'll write it below if I get an answer, or when I get an answer. So anyway, the what's the name of it? The Wizamet blade on its third use. Yeah, 2 dots. Third use. Okay. So, oh yeah, this is 97. So 77, or not 67, I think I said that, but 77 grams for this with this titanium handle, and the original is 97. Of course, all stainless steel. The Yaqi only has a stainless steel head in the configuration I'm showing you. Caramel brush with the cat's whiskers knot, and the plastic white ball from Yaqi, all sent to me by Grace. There you had them together. Okay, the soap is Ouds, Yaqi Ouds, made of course by Master Soap Creations. How does this go? Let me just see. How do I turn this? Yeah, like that. That's the correct orientation, I think, or thereabout. Maybe no. Let's look at the ship. I think the ship in the background is it's a dupe, or inspired by, I think they say, of the Gucci Ouds, and I have the splash also. So let's get this party started. The Blood 120 was my favorite razor of 2024. So that's a razor I really love. So if Yaqi managed to make a true copy of that, it's a great razor. I know that right out of the get-go, because I really love the Blood razor. So much so that it's never put away. It's always on the top of my counter on the dentist's cupboard I have in in the room where I have all my razors. So it's always on display, always, you know, ready to be picked up and used, because I love that razor. So, but tell me, have you tried the Yaqi Pre Cise or have you tried the Blut? I'm grateful that the Précise was sent to me, and I love this design, obviously. So let's see. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's spot on. This is a perfect copy of the Blut 120, I'd say, even though this is just 1.15. I didn't measure it, I never do, but that's what Yaqi wrote on their side. So see, I just hit the top of my sit there. You might not believe this, but yesterday we had 10 degrees centigrade and sunny. Some of us went out just in the t-shirt. And then this night I stayed up kind of late because I was watching football. Yeah, I know some call it soccer. I call it football. Deal with it. And then 1:30 in the morning, started to snow. And it did snow until 6 o'clock. And then the sun came back and all the snow was gone before 8 o'clock. Well, the sun came back. That's rubbish. It never went away. We have midnight sun here. The sun took over, the clouds disappeared. And then by 8 all the snow was gone again. On the roofs on the cars, the roofs of the houses. The ground was too hot, so it never lay on the ground, melted. With this titanium handle, the balance is here, right about there. Wait a minute, there, and that's why I hold it anyway. So that's perfect. So. Oh yeah. So now I have an Yaqi alternative to the Blut razor, the Blut 120. It feels just the same, equally smooth, same angle, almost same finish, different color just a little. Maybe that's because it's new. The Blut is just a tad darker in the finish. I think it's called satin. Not sure. But other than that, of course the Yaqi head says Yaqi. And the Blut head says Blut. So. But other than that, I cannot tell them apart. Same blade reveal, same blade clamping, same everything. Same with holes, same with pill pens. See, it goes all the way through. And then you have the peel, you know, from the top cap, the pins. Everything looks identical. So. Nice. Yeah. What a wonderful feeling. Shaves just as well and great as the original. I know there will be a debate. Some will say they shouldn't make a copy, and I will tend to agree. You should give it your own twist, I think. But on the other hand, it wouldn't be as great maybe if they tried to give it their own twist. Just as they didn't with the Tile EX that I used a couple of shaves ago. They made it the same, in my opinion. So, anyway. So, see, it's clear. And then I shake it, and then it becomes milky. Oh yeah, you see that. Okay. Love the scent of this oud. It's one of my favorite. It is my favorite oud scented soap, and it is one of my favorite Yaqi scented soaps. You know, I love this. So, you can go out with this scent. It's a going out scent. Maybe not the disco, but going out in the summer. And being present, being seen, being smelled, you know, all that. Let's do the sound test. Are you ready? Perfect, Demondo. Like, subscribe, hit the bell and share. And you know why we do this? We do this because we are not obsessed. We are dedicated. Sigsolo out.